Assalamualaikum and hi, we are from Fortress Engineering SDN DHD. We're going to present our report project.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurusna binti Suadi. My method number is CF190223. Today, I would like to present about our project introduction. So first, we go to economics. Economics is a social science concerned with the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. It studies how individuals, businesses, governments, and nations make choice about how to allocate resources. Economics focus on the actions of human beings based on assumptions that humans act with rational behavior, seeking the most optimal level of benefits or utility. The building blocks of economics are the studies of labor and trade. Since there are many possible applications of human labor and many different ways to acquire resources, it is a task of economics to determine which method yields the best result. Next, we go to what is engineering economy. The need for engineering economy is primarily motivated by the work that engineers do in performing analysis, synthesizing, and coming to a conclusion as they work on projects of all sizes. The decision involves the fundamental elements of cash flow of money, time, and interest rate. Most decisions involve money that for capital or capital fund, which is usually limited in amount. The decision where and how to invest the limited capital is motivated by a primary goal of adding value as a future anticipated result of the selected alternative are realized. The factors upon which a decision is based are commonly a combination of economics and non-economic elements. Engineering economy deals with the economic factor. By definition, engineering economy involves formulating, estimating, and evaluating the expected economic outcomes of alternative design to accomplish a defined purpose. Mathematical techniques simplify the economic evaluation of the alternative. Next, we go to the company background. Fortress Engineering Sdn Bhd is a 28 years old company in the construction business. The company was established on May 20, 1994. Since its foundation, Fortress Engineering Sdn Bhd has undergone many restructuring stages to be relevant in the engineering and construction services and investment holding in the last two decades. Fortress Engineering also renowned for building green and environmentally efficient building. Fortress Engineering also continues to look for the new and innovative methods and technologies to improve the overall efficiency. Next, let's take a look at Fortress Engineering organization. This is a Fortress Engineering Sdn Bhd organization chart. The CEO is Aina Ajwa. The Managing Director is Amira Adlina. While Nurizati is the Head of Civil Engineering and Construction. The Head of Architecture and Structural Design is me, Nurusna. And Head of Finance is Fitria Hani. Next, let's take a look at our company details. This is our company logo, Fortress Engineering, which is located at Kuala Lumpur. Our company name is Fortress Engineering Sdn Bhd, and this is our registration number. Our email address is fortress.malaysia@gmail.com. This is our phone number and our fax number. Our dates of registration is 20 of May 1994. Our nature of business is provision of engineering and construction services and investment holding. That's all from me. Next would be presented by Nurizati. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurizati binti Zabidi, metric number CF-0-7. Today I will talk about financial management, company performance, balance sheet. Based on the table, we can observe that the group total equity and liabilities in those 2 years decreased continuously. In 2020, it was RM132,124,00, lesser than in 2019. The company total equity and liabilities in those 2 years increased continuously. In 2020, it increased as much as RM243,096,000. Income statement. For the financial year ended 31 December 2020, the group experienced a total loss in 2020 compared to the previous year, even though gross profit decreased significantly in 2020. Other costs, such as other operating expenses, loss multiply. Hence, the total loss in 2020 is high because the other costs exceed the gross profit. The company experienced a total loss in 2020 compared to 2019. Most of the other costs decreased, and the operating loss was high in 2020. Thus, explain why the loss for the financial year happened in contrast to the year before. Cash flow. For the financial year ended 31 December 2020, based on the table above, we can see that the net cash flow generated from operating activities and financing activities has increased significantly compared to the previous year. The net cash flow generated from investing activities in 2020 decreased slightly compared to 2019. For the change in cash and cash equivalent, there is an increment from the start and end of the financial year for the group's cash flow in 2020, whereas the company change in cash equivalent is decreased. Next, every business has a challenge with settling numerous payments, so I will summarize it with 7 basic principles of engineering economics. 1. Develop alternative. Construction activities has been slow as a result of the COVID-19. Transactions with non-controlling interests that do not result in loss of control are accounted for as transactions with equity owners of the group. 2. Focus on the differences. Determine the best technique for selling and maintaining assets. Investment in subsidiaries are accounted for at cost fewer impairment losses in the company's separate financial statement. 3. Use a consistent viewpoint. Are property interests under an operating lease? 4. Use a common unit of measure. Calculating the cost of liabilities and determining the decision to make a cost for non-current asset. 5. Consider all relevant criteria. Protect non-current asset. Total non-current asset exceed total non-current liabilities. Non-current assets sometimes require costs. Selling non-current asset. Total current asset will increase. Debt and other bills will be paid in full. Maintain and sell some current assets. Total assets are more than total liabilities. Make uncertainty explicit. Maintaining current assets while selling non-current assets to minimize debt, liabilities, and another bill. Revisit your decision. When the group entitlement to receive payment is established, dividends from such investment are recognized in profit or loss as other income, unless the group benefit from such profit as a recovery of some of the cost of the financial asset. That's all from me. Thank you.
Project background. This project entails the construction of a new highway road between Johor Bahru, Johor with Kota Baru, Kelantan. The construction of the 500-kilometer highway will begin with the purchase of land from local landowners, and the state government will need to establish a budget of roughly 30 million to complete the project. The building cost is projected to be 85 million, with annual maintenance costing around 5 million due to additional maintenance costs. In order to have a fluid project system that includes planning, design, and construction, we use a design-build project in this project. Partnering with the right team from the start is important to successfully completing the project and provide the highest level of satisfaction to client. The parties that will be involved in this project are client, consultant, main contractor, and subcontractor. Life cycle cost. Life cycle cost in general consists of an initial investment, usually construction costs, and the follow-on costs, ordinary payments, energy, utilities, cleaning and maintenance, and regular costs for renewal or replacement, while some life cycle cost methods also include the cost of demolition. According to Malaysia's 9 Malaysia Plan, developed in Malaysia must meet current and future demands in order to achieve economic sustainability while also serving as a social and environmental responsibility for prosperity without jeopardizing the needs of future generations. To ensure that the government's goal is realized, the construction industry should apply the life cycle costing approach in structural and infrastructure projects to avoid industry and government losses. This life cycle cost process consists of 6 processes, starting with plan analysis, select and develop a model, apply model, making the documents and review result, prepare life cycle cost analysis, and lastly implement and monitor life cost analysis. Top-down life cycle cost. Acquisition phase. This phase is to build a structural plan for the construction and making a strategic plan for a long-term project. By obtaining project strategies through objective setup and implementation, the building company has committed to ensuring and promoting the plan. In this project, apply the 3 R's: reuse, reduce, and recycling, and need to consider using the prefabrication process. Other than that, we need to make plans to use advanced gadget tools to save energy and water. Increase quality and reduce time spent on construction also needed. Operation phase. The operation phase is needed for maintaining the facilities and the structure's condition. Put the external and internal work in place so that road construction conditions are always under control. This phase also used to assemble the major road building structures and set up the necessary operations and facilities for this highway road construction.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Aina Ajwa binti alias metric number CF190238. I will be presenting work breakdown structure. Work breakdown structure stands for WBS, is function to serve as the foundation for project planning, implementation and control, and claim to play important role in project quality. It is also influence on other project management activities such as activity definition, project schedule, risk analysis and response, control tools, or project organization if used sequentially. Next, this is the work breakdown structure. So it can be divided into 8 divisions from Division 1 preparatory work, Division 2 drainage, Division 3 land working, Division 4 widening of pavement, and Division 5 bulking, Division 6 asphalt pavement constructing, Division 7 tool service facility, and lastly Division 8 minor works. So as you can see, this is the work breakdown structure for highway development. So in this project, we use benefit cost ratio method to characterize the overall connection between a proposed project's relative costs and benefits. So the benefits for this construction of highway is useful for road user to travel from Johor Bahru to Kelantan in a short period of time. Second, possibility to have a significant amount of road user using the highway in future. Third, increase the amount of money comes from the toll. For cost, the cost of constructing a new highway design, the cost for purchasing land, and the cost of maintenance, and last but not least, constructing costs for traffic control building and sophisticated equipment. And for these benefits is there will be a loss of wildlife habitat in the urban area because the construction area will be excavated. Next is from the project cost, we can categorize into project benefits, just benefit, and project cost. So our period for the construction is 20 years, we assume, and more 10%. From the calculation of benefit cost ratio method formula, we can assume and we can conclude that this project can be proceeded. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Amirah Ajina binti Nazri, Neurometric CF190204. Okay, today I would like to conclude our report project. So, business and the economy engineer were badly affected by the virus and the measures implemented to try to control it. During the movement control order, which is known as MCO, the most construction project was delayed apart from critical or needed services. Contractors have continued to face disruption even after the MCO was lifted, such as the need to include tight standard operating procedures on health and safety measure, which is SOP, and at construction site. They have been unable to carry out their tasks as originally and regularly planned due to disruptions such days. As shown in the financial statement, the company experienced in total loss in 2020 compared to 2019. Most of the other costs decreased and the operating loss was high in 2020. Hence, the company lists the possibility that can be applied to overcome the problem, which is listed in chapter 2.3. In spite of the struggle of the company face, based on the calculation benefit cost, it is still worth it for us to continue the project that has been planned. Thank you.